everyone, it's Louise again. I'm back for my third pour today. That's why I have kind of a mess going on here. But I made a clock face for a friend. I made a Lazy Susan for me. And I'm making more coasters. I want to use up this paint for these coasters because this color palette is rich. So I'm continuing along. I have a couple little changes and tweaks. I've got my Chantilly lace, my Dioxazine purple here. This is a combination of pink, and this is a combination of yellow, and this is Neptune's Gaze by Prizm Pour. These are my colors. I will list, like I always do, in the description. So if you click on the title, it'll say more, or a drop-down will show up. When you click on that, the arrow or the title, and go to more, all of my recipes and paints I'm using will be listed below, and links to sites and things. So if you ever want to know more specifics, go to the drop down in the description and you'll get everything. And I'm using a gray for the base. And honestly, I have to figure out what gray this is. I'll probably list it in the description once I figure it out. Okay, so let me get you down and we'll be started in a second. All right, be back in a minute. All right, so I've got the pillow. I'm going to start laying my colors. This is the Chantilly lace. And I think this is regular paint, house paint, to be honest. So that's a Chantilly. Go a little purple next. And I'm going to finish off with the purple at the end. And now I'm doing this. And this time, oh, I forgot to tell you, what I am doing this time is I'm going to use both of my colored cell activators instead of the white or black, like I typically will throw in. So I want to see how these cell activators, the rose quartz and the ultramarine blue, work independently of anything else. That's the pink combo. This is the yellow combo. And I love to drizzle. Then this Neptune Gaze, which is new to this combination, but it is a green, obviously. I want to see how this played. The other green I had, I ended up darkening it and then ruining it, so it just didn't work for anything here. All right, then back to the purple. And then we're going to use my two colored Amsterdam cell activators. And it might help if I got them out. So I've got my purple, which is my ultramarine violet, which I'm almost out of, and my Venetian rose, which I'm getting low on too. So yeah, really low. Look how low I am. But it's enough to get through 4. So I'm gonna put the purple, let's see, do I want to put the purple down first? No, I want to put this down first. So I want this to play with the purple in the end. So that's the Venetian rose. And then the ultramarine. So as I'm blowing out the coasters, I'm going to link above the recipe for my cell activator and also followed up with my pouring medium recipe. So as I'm blowing here, when I first start, I try to blow out the cell activator in as much of a perfect circle as possible. And then I get behind the center and blow the cell activator out over the paints, and then the paints out over top the pillow. So I mentioned this in other videos, but I'm always thinking to skim the cell activator over the paints like a wave coming into shore at the beach. Okay. My stubborn cell activator, but it's starting to come back. So meanwhile, let me just pull it all to the sides. So you got to get it to the sides and the edges so that when the paint starts to spin, It has somewhere to go. It's very important, otherwise it'll get stuck. It won't move. It's like not having paint is almost like having a brake, like a literal foot pedal brake on the paints to not move. It wants to flow, or you want it to flow. And if it's not lubricated and ready to go, then it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, the middle is stubborn. Okay, let me get a straw. Oh, here we go. I got a straw laying around. So I'm going to pick up the pace here and double time a little bit through the spinning and so forth. And for anyone new, the straw there I was using to blow into the middle of the cell activator is to try to help the cell activator activate cells. And I think what's happened here is these cell activators are getting a little bit older, they get a little thicker, and they don't want to be so responsive. But they do work, they just take a little longer to get there. And so for any of the new people, between my spins, I'm often cleaning up the turntable, and I might skip ahead through some of it, but I often go on a fast pace through the spinning because you can see what's going on, and I don't need to go at full time and waste a lot of people's time. So as this is spreading out, I am commenting about the green that's in the middle. It looks a little weird to me at first, but after a while it starts to grow on me. And what I am really liking about this particular tile is that I have really good composition, and my cells and lacing are really nicely shaped. So I decided I'm going to keep this one for the rest of the set. And right there I'm pointing at the corner that I'm trying to get stretched off a little bit. I don't want to lose it all. I want to have that corner be almost like a little frame. So that's what I'm working on right there. There I am pointing at it again. And if I have that be at the outside of my spin as I'm getting ready to spin the spinner, it helps push that side the most as I release it. And I've talked about this before in other videos as well. So I think this is just about ready. I think I need to put less cell activator down. I think I have too much in the middle. But I'm not loving that green, just boom, green in the middle when it's hardly anywhere else. These other colors look really good though. Okay, folks. So here is this one. So everyone, that's a wrap. Here's the final resin result of the one we just created, plus the other 3 in the set. If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about subscribing, hit the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials, leave comments, thumbs up. I'd appreciate any of it. And in the top right, I'm going to link my playlist for other bloom coasters so you can see other palettes. Take care, everybody.